For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Transformers news video. I do apologize for the lack of uploads recently. I really hurt my back, and to be honest with you, recording anything does take some sort of bodily effort. So even though I am just talking, it has been an absolute pain, not in the ass, but in the back. But I mean, you don't care, yeah, for the Transformers news. Anyway, yeah. So we have, of course, lots to cover today, and one thing that I thought I'd start the video off with is that I have ordered this Optimus Primal KO. Now, I ordered it from Temu, so if it does not arrive and it was just a scam, then you're gonna know what happened. But yes, before we begin, just don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to go the extra mile, there is the super thanks button down below, but if you can't, that's perfectly fine. Just watching the video is already enough. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the news. Starting off here, we have a last night version of Bumblebee. Now, this doesn't seem to be a third-party figure. I think that it would look a lot better if it was a third-party figure. However, what confuses me with this guy are the knees, because those knee bits, they do not look the same on the original Last Night Deluxe, which is what I thought this was based off of. You know, the, well, not the original, sorry, but like, you know what I mean, the Wave 3 actual Last Night Bumblebee. Because the one that we got back in Wave 1 of 2017, you know, back when we actually had figures on our shelves. Hasbro, please, it's been 5 years. That was just a repaint of the Age of Extinction Bumblebee. And then in Wave 3, we got an actual version. And I believe that is what this is mainly based off of. Maybe they did a Black Mamba, and they just, you know, they changed a couple bits here and there. Because those knees definitely aren't the same as the original ones. But yeah, you can see for, you know, a version of Bumblebee from the last night, which, I'll be honest with you, is a freaking awesome design. I think I love all of Bumblebee's movie designs. I can't really think of one that I don't like. I love all of them, and this one I think looks really freaking good. And it's nice to be getting some different Bayverse things, because, you know, currently all we are getting is Rise of the Beast stuff, and that's pretty much it. We're not really getting that much Bayverse stuff. The closest we're getting are the YOLO Park figures, you know, like the Dark the Moon Megatron, Optimus Prime, all of that good stuff, you know. But yeah, there's a nice close-up for you of Bumblebee. The chest does look very big, very bulky, but I can't really complain because we don't have a big Last Night Bumblebee from what I remember. I have a giant KO of the Age of Extinction one. Don't have this one. Well, obviously I don't have this one. I'm talking about it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this Bumblebee down in the comments section below. Also, I know this was like 2 weeks ago, but Blockies also revealed their Bumblebee. So, that's cool. And on to the next bit of news. Here we have news of an oversized KO of the MPM BONECRUSHER. Now, I believe there is already a KO of the Masterpiece BONECRUSHER, but from what I remember, that is a 1-to-1 scale. This is an oversized version. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a Masterpiece Bumblebee right there, and you can see just how big this guy is. I know the images aren't the best quality, and I know there's a lot of stuff on top of them, I'm sorry, but these were the only pictures that I could find right now, and, you know, anyway, I have to get the news out to you guys. So please bear with me for this segment, because the images are not the best, but it does, oh my god, it does give you a decent idea of what this BONECRUSHER looks like, and that is pretty much the same as the original, is just bigger. Now, I don't think that it has lights in the eyes. I know the eyes do look like it, but yeah, I mean, in the subtitles, it says there's like design for the pupils. And I feel like you wouldn't go through the work of designing the pupils if you were gonna put lights in them. So I don't think it's gonna have lights, but if it does, that would be really cool. But as long as they are like original venerable and the eyes are painted. I hate it when, especially these third-party transformers or knockoffs, have lights in their eyes, but if the lights are off, their eyes just look dead, soulless. So Prime, haha. Okay, I'm gonna go jump out of a window. With the original Venerable, the Sentinel Prime, his eyes are painted this beautiful blue, so even if the lights are off, he still looks awesome. But yeah, this guy is an absolute beast. The Masterpiece BONECRUSHER looks insane, and I think just having a bigger version of that is gonna be absolutely mental on the shelf. I hope that whatever company this is does do one for MPM Brawl, because BONECRUSHER, yeah, BONECRUSHER is cool. Like, but if you were to compare the two designs, which one would you want to have a bigger version of? Probably the one that turns into a fucking tank. I really thought that I had an image showing the measurements of this guy. I think he's like 38 centimeters tall in robot mode. I think, I could entirely be wrong, which I probably am. But I was so sure that I had the measurements, which, whatever. Maybe if I find one, I'll add it in the next video. But yes, as of right now, what do you guys think of there being an oversized KO of the masterpiece movie BONECRUSHER? And I mean, let's just get the boring one out of the way. We're moving on to the official news now. Here we have Devastation Bumblebee, which really no one cares about. Like, it's a million and one Bumblebees. No one apart from Primus the Creator cares about this guy anymore. Like, I want to do what Optobotomus did, just put this guy on top of a flame, put it in the boiling pot, smash it with a hammer, chuck it in the garbage disposal, chuck it in the bin. That's what I want to do with this guy. I mean, that's no hate to this specific figure, it's just, I'm so sick of seeing Bumblebee figures. So with that said, let's move on to the more exciting one. And that is Orion PAX. Yes, we are finally getting the non final form versions of Optimus and Megatron. We will be getting Orion PAX and D16. I say and D16 like it's confirmed, but like they're not gonna make an Orion PAX and not make a D16, And before I get into the actual figure, I just want to just emphasize how dumb Hasbro was to make the Optimus and Megatron for Transformers 1 Deluxes. Like, the scale doesn't matter. The Transformers 1 figures aren't meant to scale with any of the other Studio Series figures. Their scale did not affect them whatsoever. I don't know why, when you know that they are going to go from a little cogless bot to Optimus Prime and Megatron, why you would make Optimus and Megatron the smallest size of figure. And now we are in the exact same boat that I said we would be in probably about 6 months ago. And they are making Orion PAX. Now, I'm saying this now. This guy is definitely going to be even smaller than the Optimus Prime. And there is a reason that I will get to, in a later image. But as of right now, just in this image right here, he already looks better than Optimus Prime. I absolutely love the look of this guy. He looks so freaking good. The legs are an interesting design, one thing I'm hoping is that the front toe doesn't bend forward, because this happens a lot on Transformers, although usually it's the heel spur, to where the heel spur bends upwards. So if you place down the figure, the heel spurs will just bend and the figure will fall back. I'm hoping that the front of these feet don't do that same thing, but even just looking at the top of him, he looks damn good, and he comes with the map. The map that they were following in the movie. That is so freaking awesome. Also, call me crazy, they added detail to the eye. I might cry. Oh my god, it's beautiful. In case you don't know where my opinion stands on things, My main issue with all of the Studio Series figures for TF1 are just how dead they look, because it works with the live action designs and hell, even the 86 designs, I guess, but you can sort of get away with it just making their eyes like blank. Having no detail in the TF1 figure's eyes is so sad because they literally look dead. The eyes were so expressive in the movie, and to not have any sort of pupil detail is just insane. It literally looks like the character is a zombie. But to see they actually added eye detail in there is so freaking awesome. But anyway, moving on, you can see he does come with the giant, like, mining grinder tool thingy that they use to mine the energon with. Now, I don't really know why he comes with this, because he only had this when he was a cogless bot. At this point, he has the cog. Why does he come with this? This is not movie accurate at all, but I guess they needed to give him some sort of big accessory, right? And this is precisely why I was saying earlier that this is probably going to be a smaller deluxe. They probably added this ginormous accessory, which is a big amount of plastic by Hasbro standards. And because of that, they, would have used less plastic on the figure itself. So, technically, Orion PAX will still be smaller than Optimus Prime, which is just insane to me. And I mean, you can see that you can store it on his back, which that is pretty cool. But now we get to the main reason why I think this looks better than Optimus Prime, and it's not just because, in the product images anyway, he doesn't have that like weird yellowy plastic. No. Look at that vehicle mode. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Obviously, we can't see the full thing, so his hands could probably still be exposed, very much like the SS version, but oh my god, it just looks so much better. And I think that the power tool really helps, because it does add something there. It helps fill in that gap, and it just looks beautiful. I'd scratch that. His hands are not exposed. This thing's amazing. Like, dude, come on. That looks so much cooler than the Optimus Prime alt mode. And it's not really blaming Hasbro, because, I'm talking about the design in general. But even as far as the figure actually goes, here, you don't have the hands sticking out. It looks absolutely amazing. This is brilliant. It really reminds me of Heatwave from Angry Birds Transformers, or Sentinel Prime. I think they turned into similar things, but yeah, definitely Heatwave. So yeah, I mean, that's it for Orion. Honestly, this is probably one of the coolest looking SS figures in a while. And the thing is, I've seen people be like, "Oh, Bumblebee looks awesome. Orion, though, I don't know about that." And I'm like the opposite. I freaking love the look of Orion Pax here, man. He looks sick. But yeah, I mean, you guys let me know what you think. Do you agree with me, or do you think that this thing is just terrible? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for all the news today. Bro, that was awesome. There was just so much stuff going on, both KO wise and friggin' official figures wise. Please let me know what you guys think of everything down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, then please leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.